What is going on, you sexy mofos? Today's a cloudy day, but we're in the UK. Those are McLarens. I'm Alejandro, and let's talk about cars, yo. Hit it, Pedro. So what I wanted to show you guys today is the Mclaren 720S. This is the brand new replacement to the 650S platform. Everyone thinks, and this is the first thing we got to talk about it, everyone thinks that the 12C, the 650, and the LT are different cars. They're all within the same line. The 12C, I'm sorry guys, I need my sunglasses. Very bright out here, even though it's all white. Okay, here we go. Right, Farshad? Is that how I'm supposed to do? I don't know. That was a weird here we go. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, that was an Elvis. Here we go. So that is the biggest difference right now. Everyone thinks that they're different lines. They're not. It's the same car. It's the same line. McLaren, they'll never admit it, but I think they fucked up with the 12C. The 650S is the actual line, and then this LT, the 675 LT, is the hardcore car. So this, the 720S, is replacing the 650S line. So this is not going to be your track car. We should not be expecting this to be the fastest car on earth, the loudest car on earth, and the most raw driving experience on earth. This is supposed to be the comfortable cruiser, but the thing about these brand new cars are, when you put them in track mode, they're supposed to behave completely different. So we're going to see if that's true on the drive that we're going to go to. But now that we established what the car is, let me show you the few differences that make the 720S way more epic than the 650S. Number one, aero. Aero everywhere you want to look at the car. Let me start with this. Let me put this door down. Aero is a humongous component of the car. Cars can only get so fast if they don't have the proper aero. And we now got to that point in technology where aero plays a big part of the design in these cars. So you see the headlight right here? This is empty. It goes straight in. So this is all air going into the car and keeping it cool and keeping it down on the road. So air is a massive difference. You see that it's now incorporated into the doors, which, I mean, these doors are beautiful. And if you look at it from the back, you'll see all these air lines running through here, and also back here to keep the car really, really grounded at all times, and especially at high speeds, which is where all the magic happens. The second big difference that we're going to see in this car is that they managed to delete or get rid of most of these terrible blind spots, make the cabin feel bigger, and at the same time make it smaller. So look at this, all the visibility that you get all around in the car, and all of it is possible because they added glass up here, glass back there to those quarter panels on the third, and all glass on the back. You literally, this is a glass cage. This is a glass cage. Is the greatest thing McLaren could have done, because I always said Ferrari had the best visibility along with Porsche. These guys are mwah now. Third little thing, this is actually a little gimmicky, but it's super fun. This is your screen right here. So I'm sitting in the driver's position right here, and this right here is your screen. And all you need to do in order to bring it up is press that little button, and this thing folds out and up, showing you all of your gauges. Oh, baby. I don't know why. That might be a little too stupid for some people, but I love that. Love that, love that, love that. Next one. Full redesign on the AC system. As you can tell, this is the only car that does it like this. This is just to keep how much airflow is coming in or outside of the vents. This is awesome. And then you have this one, and this one right here. That should be enough air to cool everything down in this car. Obviously, with a brand new redesign of the car, you need to redo the engine. They didn't do the same 3.8 liter engine that they have in the other car, like the LT. This is a 4.0 V8 twin turbo engine. And the funny thing about this car is you cannot see the engine. McLaren owners are telling McLaren, hey, how can we look at the engine? But McLaren didn't put any focus on that because the engine is dropped so down low here on the back and so in the middle so that you can get the perfect balance, that all they added back here is just the light. So whenever you turn on the car, a red light goes off. It's fucking awesome, but the motor, you can't see it. It's landing right about here, pushed to the front. That's why you can't see it. Oh, it's a thing of sex. This thing produces 720 horsepower. Almost, that's hence the name 720S. But I hear that this is going to be faster than a P1. And that is the biggest deal about this car. McLaren will never admit it, and they'll never say it. And we've asked, and they just go like, no, it's not. But they're also not releasing any numbers. What does that tell you? And it's time. It's about now time that we get new cars that beat the hypercars, like when the Enzo got destroyed by all the other cars. This is that time. And this regular car apparently can do that, according to my calculations, which are always pretty good. Another little super geeky detail is those brakes. So the brakes are a little smaller now compared to before on the front, but on the back they're bigger. The balance got changed a little bit, but even though the calipers on the front are smaller, they bite harder. So I don't know how the fuck they're accomplishing all of these things, but good for you, McLaren. Good for you. Yep, last but not least, loud start option, and let's see if we can get it right. So every single time you get in a car, for the most part, the car will forget how you like to drive it, how you want it to start, all of that stuff that you already did on your last drive, which is perfectly understandable because every single time you go for a drive, it's going to be a different destination and a different style of driving unless you're driving it on the track at all times, right? So with this, what they do is they give you the option of adjusting your switches right here into track, put it on active, press the brake as such, and then press start, and the car should start louder. Nope, I didn't get the pop-ups, but they do have pop-ups if you do it right. I promise. I have no idea how to do it. Huh?
You know how to do the pop-ups?
No, do you?
Track.
That's how I have it. You ready?
Yep.
Hang on. And whenever you're ready. It made me jump. I wish I would have shot it. That's fucking awesome. Do it again, just for Fargini, please. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Another thing they worked really hard on was these doors. They used to open all the way out. One thing, you stick your hand right here and there's a latch. You see it right here. My fingers are, you press that, door goes up, super light, but the interior, they changed completely the interior in the car. It's actually only, I believe, 80-something% of the same car as before. So you can tell. And the storage, they say you can store a lot more stuff in this than a Ford Focus, which is absolutely bonkers. Obviously, you'll need a certain type of luggage so that you can do it, but that's really impressive, especially for one of these cars. And yes, trunk challenges are welcome because this is a humongous trunk. Fargini, should we do a trunk challenge real quick? Let's do this!
Hey guys.
Cars.
Oh, no latch.
Look at all this space. Yeah. Look at all this space. Here.
Is that a sleeping bag? Is that a Mclaren?
This is your sleeping bag, yes.
That's him.
It's yours.
Hey, they're not gonna know this. That dude's gone.
He's gone. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go, guys. Please keep the key. Hang on.
Yeah. Where's the key?
Yeah. He's like, yeah.
These have the latch.
No, they do not.
No, it's European. They don't give a shit about that.
Okay, you got the key?
Where's the button?
I got the key.
Tell me where the button is in there.
Another thing they changed is the key. The other one looked unfinished. This one looks more finished, but I like the fact that the other one had carbon fiber on it. All right, Fargini, key is yours.
And the buttons. Hey, we'll do it from here. Okay, to unlock from here.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
The most interesting way of doing it.
You know what? Yeah. This is. Just gonna chill right here. There you go. Close that bitch.
Okay, you ready?
Oh,
there you go.
You got it.
Much easier.
Hold on. Ready? Hold on. You good? Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Hold on. Okay.
Let's go.
Go.
Oh.
This is actually one of the easier ones we've done, no?
It was easy to get in, but once you're inside, there's not a lot of room to play with.
Hey, that's what she said.
Thank you, Fargini.
Oh.
Here's a brand new thing that's on the car too. Every time you start a McLaren, you think that there's only 3 driving modes. But when you start the car doesn't start in comfort or sport. It starts in a mode that's really close to sport. That's right, and no one tells you about that. But that mode is supposed to be delicious. They don't want it to be too comfortable. They don't want it to be too sporty. They just want to get you in and you feel like that it's a supercar, that it's not boring, that it's not going to be lame, but it's also not too stressful. So at that point, you'll be able to make the choice how you want to drive it. And the difference that this car makes every time you put it in a different mode is humongous. Even though I haven't driven it, I've experienced it in my LT, so I can only imagine what this was going to be able to do. And you can get all of these wonderful things for the small amount of $300,000 average. Is it worth it? I think every single fucking dime. Why? This might be the most underappreciated car in the world today, in my opinion. And the reason is simple. It's one of the fastest cars, one of the most comfortable ones to use every single day, and it looks so fucking sick and insane. So, McLaren, I am a big fan. Am I gonna buy one? I don't know. I gotta go back and talk to the guys because they brought up like a very interesting point. So with that said, what is your favorite brand new feature of the McLaren 720S, and would you get one, and why? Please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so very much for watching, guys. As always, I'm Alejandro, and I do not approve this message unless you owe me money. Then I approve it. Take it easy.